Have you ever considered the power of words, especially when spoken to oneself? Words, they're not just letters strung together, they are the essence of our thoughts, the expression of our feelings, the blueprint of our reality. Words carry a profound power, a power that can create or destroy, uplift or pull down, inspire or discourage. This power magnifies when we use words to communicate with ourselves, in our minds, in our hearts. Just think about it. How often do we talk to ourselves? All the time, right? We're our own constant companions, narrating our lives, interpreting our experiences, critiquing our actions. And this self-talk, it matters. It matters more than we often realize. It's like this. Imagine your mind as a garden. Now, the words you speak to yourself, they're like seeds you plant in this garden. Positive words, they're seeds of flowers, filling your mind with vibrant colors, enchanting fragrances, life. Negative words, on the other hand, they're seeds of weeds, spreading gloom, suffocating life, creating chaos. So when you tell yourself, I'm capable, I'm worthy, I can do this, you're planting flowers, nurturing confidence, self-esteem, positivity. But when you say, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm a failure, you're sowing weeds, cultivating doubt, fear, negativity. And here's the thing, this garden, it's not static. It's always growing, always changing, mirroring the seeds we plant, the words we speak. So the more we engage in positive self-talk, the more beautiful our garden becomes, the more we flourish. But the more we indulge in negative self-talk, the more our garden withers, the more we shrink. So let's be mindful gardeners, let's be careful about the seeds we plant, the words we speak to ourselves, because our words, they shape our reality, they shape our lives. Remember, the words you say to yourself matter, they shape your world. Now, let's delve into the concept of negative self-talk. Imagine a voice in your head, always ready with a critique or a discouraging word. That's negative self-talk, an inner dialogue that can limit your ability to believe in yourself and reach your potential. It's often a product of our fears, insecurities, and past experiences. Some examples of negative self-talk might sound like, I'm so fat, or I'll never be good enough. These kinds of thoughts can create a self-fulfilling prophecy where we believe we're destined to fail, and so we do. When we tell ourselves, no one really likes me, we might act in ways that push people away, thereby making our negative prediction come true. Negative self-talk can be subtle and hard to spot. Sometimes it's disguised as realism or tough love, like when we tell ourselves, I'd be better off dead, or I'll never have enough money. But these thoughts are not constructive criticism or reality checks. They're negative beliefs that can chip away at our confidence and stand in the way of our happiness and success. The same goes for creative endeavors. If we say, I'll never be good at art, we're likely to give up before we've even started. And in our personal lives, negative self-talk can be particularly damaging. Telling ourselves, no one will ever want to marry me, there's no way out, can lead us to settle for less than we deserve or give up on our dreams of love and companionship. These are all examples of how negative self-talk can create a cycle of self-doubt and failure. But the good news is that it's a cycle we can break. By recognizing and challenging our negative self-talk, we can start to turn these self-defeating thoughts into more positive, empowering beliefs. It's clear that negative self-talk can be a major confidence killer. But remember, our thoughts are not facts. They're interpretations, and we have the power to interpret our experiences in a way that serves us better. Stay tuned for the next scene as we explore the impact of negative self-talk and how we can transform it into a powerful tool for self-improvement. So, how does this negative self-talk affect us? Well, the impact is profound and far-reaching. It's like a small pebble thrown into a pond. The splash may be minute, but the ripples it creates are expansive, touching every corner of the pond. Negative self-talk is that pebble. Its effects ripple through our minds, influencing our emotions, our behavior, and ultimately our lives. When our inner dialogue is dominated by negativity, it creates a bleak landscape in our minds, a world where we are always less than, never enough. Psychologically, this constant stream of negativity can lead to conditions like anxiety and depression. Imagine being in a room with someone who constantly belittles you, criticizes you, and tells you you're not good enough. Now imagine that person is you. That's what negative self-talk does. It turns your mind into a hostile environment, a place where you are your own worst enemy. Emotionally, negative self-talk drains you. It's exhausting to be constantly fighting against yourself, constantly batting away negative thoughts and feelings. It's like trying to climb a mountain while carrying a heavy backpack. The weight of the negativity slows you down, makes the climb harder and saps your energy, and then there's the impact on your self-confidence. Negative self-talk chips away at your belief in yourself. It's hard to feel confident when you're constantly telling yourself you're not good enough, not smart enough, not attractive enough. It's like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. No matter how hard you work, the house will always be unstable. But here's the thing. Negative self-talk can be a destructive force, but it doesn't have to be. You have the power to change the narrative, to transform the negative into the positive, to turn that pebble into a stepping stone rather than a ripple-causing disruption. Remember, the words you tell yourself matter. They have power. Use that power wisely. The good news? We can turn negative self-talk into a positive force. Let's delve into the transformation process. Turning negatives into positives is all about challenging our inner critic and reframing our thoughts. It's about catching ourselves in the act of negativity and consciously choosing a different narrative. Consider the statement, "I'm so fat." This negative self-talk can be transformed into, "I am on a journey towards a healthier lifestyle." Here, we shift the focus from self-criticism to self-improvement. Now think about the phrase, "I'll never be good enough." Instead, try saying, "I am enough just as I am, and I'm committed to growing and learning." This reframes the negative thought into an acceptance of your current self, combined with a commitment to personal growth. What about, "No one really likes me"? Turn this into, "I'm worthy of love and respect." This positive affirmation reminds us of our inherent worthiness regardless of others' opinions. "I'd be better off dead" is an extremely harmful thought. If you're feeling this way, it's essential to seek professional help immediately. A healthier perspective might be, "I'm going through a tough time, but I can seek help and things can get better." "I'll never have enough money" can be transformed into, "I am learning to manage my finances effectively." This focuses on skills and growth rather than scarcity. "I'll never be good at art" can become, "I am improving my artistic skills every day." This positive affirmation highlights progress over perfection. "No one will ever want to marry me. There's no way out" can be reframed as, "I am deserving of a loving relationship and I'm open to love." This statement reinforces self-worth and optimism about future relationships. Remember, it's not about denying our feelings or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging our thoughts and feelings, then choosing to focus on growth, self-compassion, and positivity. With practice, you can turn your internal dialogue into a source of strength and positivity. How about we put this into practice? Let's take a look at 7 negative statements that have been known to infiltrate our minds. As I outline each one, I want you to think about how you could transform it into a positive affirmation. First, "I'm so fat." This statement carries such a heavy weight, doesn't it? It's an immediate judgment and one that can be very damaging. Second, "I'll never be good enough." This one is a universal concern, isn't it? It's a fear that we're not living up to some imaginary standard. Third, "No one really likes me." This statement comes from a place of loneliness and isolation. Fourth, "I'd be better off dead." This is perhaps the most heart-wrenching of all, a cry for help from deep within. Fifth, "I'll never have enough money." This statement speaks to our fears of scarcity and lack. Sixth, "I'll never be good at art." This one speaks to our creative insecurities, our fear of not being talented enough. And finally, the 7th, "No one will ever want to marry me." This statement is a reflection of our fears about love and companionship, our worries about being alone. Each of these statements carries a heavy burden of negativity, but remember, the power to change the narrative lies within us. We have the ability to transform these negative self-talk statements into positive self-affirmations. Now it's your turn. Take a moment and think about how you could change these negative statements into positive affirmations. Would you tell yourself that you are beautiful and deserving of love, regardless of your size? Would you remind yourself that you are enough just as you are? Would you affirm that you are liked and loved? How would you respond to these statements in a way that uplifts and empowers you? Take a moment to think about your answers before we reveal ours. Ready to compare notes? Let's revisit our 7 statements. For the first one, "I'm so fat," could be transformed into, "I am on my journey to becoming healthier every day." This version focuses on progress rather than the current state. Next, I'll never be good enough can shift to I'm always learning and growing, becoming better each day. This statement emphasizes personal growth and the ongoing journey of self-improvement. The third statement, no one really likes me, can be transformed into I am worthy of love and friendship. This affirmation reminds you of your inherent worth and the love you deserve from yourself and others. For the fourth statement, I'd be better off dead, it's important to seek professional help if you're feeling this way. But a positive affirmation could be I am valuable and my existence matters. Our fifth statement, I'll never have enough money, becomes I am capable of achieving financial security and abundance. This encourages a belief in your capability to improve your financial situation. The sixth statement, I'll never be good at art, can transform into I am continually improving my artistic skills. This positive self-talk focuses on the journey of improvement, not the destination. Lastly, no one will ever want to marry me can shift to I am deserving of a loving, committed relationship. This affirmation emphasizes your worthiness of love and commitment. The power of words is immense. The dialogue we have with ourselves shapes our reality and our confidence. By shifting our self-talk from negative to positive, we can begin to see ourselves in a more empowering light. We can build our self-esteem, increase our resilience, and overall live a happier, more fulfilling life. Remember, the journey to positive self-talk is a process. It takes time and practice, but the results are well worth the effort. Take these examples, adapt them to your own circumstances, and start changing your narrative today. Keep practicing this technique and watch how your world changes. We've covered a lot today, but the journey doesn't end here. Remember, the power is in your words. Practice turning the negative into positive. The more you work on this, the more natural it becomes. So keep at it. And while you're on this journey, we're here to guide you. If you found this content informative, please subscribe to the Eternal Stoicism channel and hit the thanks icon. Every contribution helps us grow and continue providing insightful content. Thank you.